Welcome back to Juggernaut. We're gonna play some video games. I hope you enjoy.
Video games.
Or
Nerd.
point and click adventures.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is barely a video
We're
game.
going to slightly move the D-pad.
So Spencer was telling me today that this game is 10 years long for some reason.
Yeah. So I thought this game was very short, and then I saw that the long play on YouTube is like 10 or 11 hours long, and I'm like, So, if you remember last time, we got down to some random area. We went up the ladder, and then the priest was like, "You gotta find the 4 microcosm places," and that's kind of what we're gonna start doing. Now, the way that this game is set up is you really want to just kind of prepare first for a lot of stuff. So what we're going to do in this time is do a lot of stuff that's going to make absolutely no sense until essentially next part. Some of it will, like I'm getting this ball of iron, and this is an extremely important item because of course it is. It's just in some random...
Yeah, it's a point-and-click adventure game. You find like a used napkin, it's like the last item you use in the game.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So we got ourselves the... Oh, by the way... Anyone who beat this game without the use of a FAQ or potentially just like writing down notes, you are god tier. You are absolutely like this is Day of the Tentacle level. Day of the Tentacle, I believe to be the hardest point and click I ever played because it involves 3 separate time periods and like 3 different characters that could do anything at the 3 different time periods, and it's like intense.
I bet kids in the mid-90s when they play the game, or early 90s? I forget.
Day of the Tentacle, yeah. I played, the first time I played it was the remaster version, which looks beautiful, but yeah, I think Day of the Tentacle was the one after Maniac Mansion. Alright, so if you remember, we are in the adult body right now, so of course what we want to do is go into the adult size door. If you're a fan of us switching between a large to a small, then a small to a large body, let me tell you, you are going to have a blast for the next hour. Because that is mostly what this game is just figuring out where you have to switch bodies. I really enjoy this game, but like I said, without like severe help from online senses, I have no idea how you're supposed to do this. Okay, so if you remember, we are now the soul, so we can go into here. Remember, the soul can only go through those little holes. The juvenile can only go through the literal Tom and Jerry sized door. Like, Jerry's the mouse, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like Jerry sized door, like literally.
Yeah, I
like an inch tall.
Like, I understand that they just want to make it like distinctive, but it makes literally no sense.
Yeah, it's pretty
tiny you are.
Alright, so we want to find ourselves back into the main area. Okay. And we are on the first floor? We are. Okay, good. So we're going to head to the second floor. While you're in the mansion, which is like the majority of the game, or at least I thought it was the majority of the game, I'm a little worried because I'm like 2 hours into this game that's like one big FMV, and I haven't gotten Disc 2 yet, which like blows me away.
It is crazy. It does look like the cinematics are like fairly compressed, but still, for a PS1 disc, anything that's FMV just eats through it.
Right.
Maybe they're doing some like, I don't know.
Well, and also the fact, as Trev mentioned last time, what you're seeing right now is unique to the child.
Yeah.
Like, this is unique. It's on a different wavelength.
Yeah, because everything's pre-rendered, they have to render each frame. That's just how it works for these type of games.
Yeah, so the fact that I didn't get to Disc 2 yet is a little worrying. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me just go ahead and play this game. It's a 2 or 3 sit-down. This might be more like a 5 or 6 sit-down. With this game and with my general schedule recently, I'm not able to, like, go any further than, like, how do I say this? Than, like, the part that I'm currently playing, so I can't give any more research on that. So this part's really cool. So it's a metal stamping machine. Well, Oh, if only we had some metal to... Wait a minute! We have some metal to stamp. Those are my hands. Alright, that... Oop. No, 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 no! Alright, so...
And reminder that in this game, you are constantly naked if you're not just a soul.
Yep. Alright, so here we have... This is metal to key. This is metal to bar. This is key to bar... Or key to... that's a crank, I'm sorry. And crank to key. Well, right now we have metal. So let's make a key out of this. I want a machine like this. Womp, womp, womp,
And
womp.
isn't this all in, like, your girlfriend's imagination?
Imagination.
But they did say that the priest, like, wished for, like, devices to help you, so I don't know exactly how this world works. It's like half our imagination, or, like, inner psyche, and, like, half the priest influencing stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Because I definitely know that the priest was like, I wished as hard as I could to give you soul machines. So here's your creepy, like, body horror machines, dude.
So if you remember correctly, we just switched to the Juvenile Body. So what are we gonna do right now? Well, of course, we're going to become a soul.
Time to go through the 6-inch door.
Alright, so we're gonna become a soul again. I'm sure that because of how complex this game is, that there are, like, a very large amount of ways you can go about this. This was just a way between, you know, referencing stuff, trying stuff out on my own. This is how it worked out for me. So there might be, like, completely other ways to do this, but I like to kind of look at it, like, one piece at a time, you know, and trying to get all the areas done in general.
So that key you smelted, the soul has it, but he just can't use it?
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah,
you do have material items.
It's not just... I guess the one thing that they allow is it's not just... how do I say this? The Juvenile doesn't just have the items, which is... I don't think they could possibly program it to work
it's
that
definitely a convenience, but otherwise this game would be impossible. It would be such a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't even know how you could possibly do it. Alright, so we're going to get the adult body, which is... down... The easiest way to remember is they're both on the south of each floor, so the adult body is the south of the first floor, and the juvenile body is the adult of the second floor. So we're going to turn our booties here. We're going to get the adult body, because, you know, I can't wait to submit this to GDQ, by the way. Yeah, you have 8 hours to fill in the middle of the night. Sounds great.
So imagine this mansion isn't like the entire game. Yeah, you have the 4 microcosms. I'm imagining that those are completely different.
Yeah, I thought that it was most of the game, because I was like, well, how big could this game be since it's all freaking FMVs? But, goes to show me, the programmers just did a freaking amazing job. Alright, yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff coming up. I really like the logic of a lot of these puzzles. Let me say it this way. There are many games where each individual puzzle is much more difficult, but, like, the main thing in this game is to be in the right place, in the right body, at the right time, essentially. And once you get there, you're like, oh, okay, well, this isn't that difficult. Mm-hmm. I can hear the sound of water in the distance. Pretty neat.
I can't believe this main character has, like, inner thoughts. He's such a blank slate.
I know. So... luckily, we have a door right here, and the door is, this might surprise you, it is locked. Well, luckily we have this iron key that happens to work on this door.
Oh, dude, if I played this game, I'd be lost for hours. I'd give up on this game so fast.
Yeah. Now, what are we getting here? That's a really great question. We get blue paint, and that is.
That's a lot of. That's literally all it is. It's blue paint and a brush.
Oh, you want blue paint? Go to the blue paint room, mate.
Literally, but it's locked, and you have to smelt the key.
Dude, adventure games are amazing. All right, so we're gonna go. All right, we're gonna go to the. Oh, wait till you see this one that comes up. It's like this game throws some music, like, I can't say music theory, because that's too ridiculous, but some music terms your way. Alright, so we're gonna go west.
I'm ready. I took AP Music Theory in high school and senior year.
Alright.
And it was crazy.
So we're gonna go into here. This is the parlor. There are 2 different things we have to do in here. There are 2 different sides, just kind of like if you remember that that room with the record. Now we are going to look at this newspaper clipping. It's going to say DM7, as in D minor 7th, the chord. And we're going to listen to this.
Bonk. Oh, I thought the game messed up. I was like, I was
Based.
so scared.
Alright, so
This game has such a specific atmosphere to it.
I know. Now, we're going to look at this door. Now, you could do it where you just like hardwire through this. But you could also remember that if we're looking at, these are all letters C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C of music. D minor 7 chords has G, D, C, and A. It doesn't have E, F, or B. So that definitely helps you. You still have to put them in order. So the order is... So that one just makes that one noise. And the next one's that weird... And finally... So again, you don't.
This game is so weird.
You don't have to do music theory, but it certainly helps to know that you don't have to deal with E, B, or G. So yeah, that opens the door. Now the question on all your minds is, what do you get in here? Well, of course, you get a friggin' mirror. Who wouldn't want? When I saw that, I was like, oh, you look in the mirror. I was like, no, pick up the mirror. Like, okay. Now, we're going to head to the other side. Okay. Oh, I did that wrong. And one more. Yes, this side. Alright, so, we're going to look here. Now, if you remember, we picked up this picture earlier. Sarah infant, Sarah age 8, Sarah age 17. So, 1, Wait, can you remove this picture? Oh, no, you can't. I honestly forget how to figure out this one. I have the answer written down, but I honestly forget it. The answer is 538. Maybe you're able to... I'm just curious. Uh-huh. Hi, Sarah picture.
Maybe you can remove the other ones now? I don't think so. No. Can you look at the painting? No.
February 15th on campus. February 15th.
I mean, it has a 5. I have no clue.
Whoa! Why did it work that time?
Yeah, what the heck? Oh, was it because you looked like you examined it?
Oh, maybe. 538. Okay, that's how you figure it out. Great. That would have bothered me a tiny little bit.
Is Sarah your girlfriend, or is that just a random person?
I think it's just a random person. If so, it doesn't look anything like her. You know, like the picture looks nothing like her. Alright, now your question is, why did we need that picture? And what does it lead us to? Well, we go into this room.
Green paint.
Where we get...
Beaker?
Film!
Okay.
It is one of the, like, 3 or 4 things of film we have to get. Case has a letter E on it. So yeah, that's a whole thing for
Dude,
later.
this game has like the most unique atmosphere I've ever seen.
Right? I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like the game Mansion of Hidden Souls on the Saturn, but I think that's only because it has to deal with like souls too.
Yeah, I've never seen anything about the Mansion of Hidden Souls.
Alright, so we are going to go back to the first floor and say it with me. What are we going to do, folks? We're going to change souls! Or change bodies, whatever. Yay, Peter. Alright, so head down here. Where was that again? It is the south part, which would be left. And then we have to go to the Juvenile Body, because of course we do. I don't know if there's a way to do it where you switch less. I'm sure that there is. I actually looked up a speedrun of this game, and I didn't see anything, although every single game in the world has a speedrun. Alright.
I can't believe someone was like, got a speedrun Juggernaut.
I mean, people speedrun the dumbest crap.
Yeah.
People speedrun Limbo of the Lost, you know, it just is what it is.
I wonder if people speedrun visual novels because you can just skip text by holding control. I wonder if they literally just do a speedrun of that. I bet it exists. It's just like a meme.
5 seconds. Let's go. Alright. So we're going to part from the adult body. We're going to, since we're a soul, we head through here.
Bum 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 bum.
I think the only thing I wish this game had was if it was like, you exit the body, if it would be like, do you want to fast travel to the Juvenile Body or
Yeah,
whatever?
that'd be nice. There's a lot of back and forth in this game, especially like...
That's the only thing where I'm like, okay. I mean, fast travel wasn't really a thing back then.
And it seems like not only are they on different floors, but they're on like the furthest part of each
They're both
floor.
on the south part. Like they're about as far as away as you can get. Now it's only a matter of like 20 to 30 seconds, but
But especially if you're like you're lost and you're looking for the iron to make the key, it's probably feels a lot longer than that.
yeah, I could definitely agree with that. Okay.
There's a horror game that I played like a couple years ago that takes place in a hotel where you go through like 5 floors. It's a kind of samey game because it's obviously a hotel, but the movement was so fast in that game. And it's also constantly scary because there's a guy constantly chasing you. And he's like genuinely smart. So you have to like outwit him constantly.
Absolutely awesome. Okay. Now we are in the Juvenile Body. Okay. We are going to head back to the iron press place. We have done all we need with that iron key, and now we want to change it to something different. So first things first, we're going to head up here at the halfway point. If we turn left, we see a mirror is missing from the stand. Well then, let's go. And what do we get? Another film! I didn't know we'd take that back. Interesting. I don't know if that's something that they just do it just to not soft lock you or what.
That is weird.
Okay, so now we're going to put...
You're getting the crank.
Yes. Drop. Alright, and now we're going to, since we have the key and want the crank, we're going to press the green button. Luckily, the key can only be turned to the crank, so there's no confusion there. Okay. And now we're on page 2 of 3 of my notes for today. We're going to head back out. Oh, God. We have to switch bodies again. I told you, dude.
Why is this smelting room in the infant body thing?
It doesn't make any sense.
So weird.
And you can only head down there either with a soul, which makes absolutely no sense, or in the juvenile body. So, yeah. But
I guess the soul being able to go everywhere means that you can, like, stake out.
Kind of scout it.
Yeah.
That makes sense for that. So at least you go there and be like, what is this? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, oh, I'll come here with the kid body now. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a door.
At least the kid body is, like, literally right next to this smelting room.
Okay. Unfortunately, now we have to go and become the adult body, of course. Because what else are you going to do? Okay. Alright, yeah. So we have to go to the first floor, and then change body, and then immediately go back to the second floor. Again. It's just one of those things. I don't know. So far, because there's the different floors, it has an annoyance. I don't know if once you get out of the mansion, if it's going to be any different. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
But
this is a very, like, rigid structure, so I'd be surprised if they, like, adhered to this the entire game.
yeah, it would be a lot. Especially in the first part, not being apart from your soul and all
Yeah.
that. Alright, so we're currently the soul, so we're going to head down here. And a couple more. We have to go to the very end. I like the we're going back to the room that the iron key was in, or excuse me, that in which we use the iron key. English?
Yeah?
And it has a pretty cool part to it. Alright. So we're gonna head out. Go immediately back to the second floor. Yeah, this would be one of those games, if you didn't know what you're doing, you could literally spend like a month on it. Just getting on once in a while, then being like, well, I found a ball of iron. What the heck do I do with that kind of thing? Okay, good.